So let's see. Yesterday, I connected with the founder of Green Earth Vision, which, by the way, is a pretty. Try to make sure we're muted if. Let's see. Okay. So it just looks really snazzy cool. I really like it. The video like normally plays and it just like moves throughout the earth, and it just like it looks and feels really tight. What is really special and unique about this particular system is it's a project task management system that focuses on different organizations and their interconnectivity. And something that I noticed was completely unique about this platform was that anyone can view the projects and the tasks and sign up to help. And there's like all these different levels of admin restrictions and privileges. So we can just like really well assign like authority to actually change the projects or the main groups. So this is our group. What we're going to do is probably facilitate all of our allies making their own group in this system. And then we're going to collectively funnel all of our volunteers into this one website. So, you know, if the people that are like we're funneling in from the ASC, if they don't necessarily align with any of the individual projects we're working on, well, then they can go check out what One Community Global is doing, or they can check out what like Ubuntu is doing, or what Numundo or BitNation or any of our other allies are doing. And then they can do the same thing for us. So what we're looking at here is actually like a huge large-scale partnership between all of the other like big groups out there that are in alignment with our intention. And we're looking at sharing our volunteer power, basically. And let's break down how this works. So first, this thing has file sharing. So we're upgrading now from Google Docs to this file sharing system, which is just a lot easier to use. It's a lot better. And they're covering our storage space, so we don't have to pay for it. Next here, we have our projects. And this is where like the real meat is, so to speak. So I've gone in here and I have laid out a framework for us to populate with data. So basically, I've moved every council in here along with all of our quote-unquote interconnected collectives. And you can click on each one. And I haven't really populated these with data. So what I'm asking everyone to do who's present here is to populate this data with us. So when you click on a project, you have an about page here that can link to other places. It just kind of tells you about, like, say, the Merchants Guild in general. And then there are tasks here. So we can start populating these things with tasks. So you can write the summary, you can leave it blank, or you can assign this task to a specific individual. And then you talk about what the task actually is. So let's say online store input, put items into the store. I'm gonna make that a task in the Merchants Guild. Now anyone who checks out the Merchants Guild can learn that this is a task, and then they can choose, say like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And then now we know that like I'm doing this. And then another admin can come in when I'm done, or since I'm an admin, I can do it myself and I can write it off as complete. So now that it's complete, it becomes closed and it goes into the completed tasks. And the way I see us really fully using this system, so for right now, we're just going to populate all of the relevant sections. So like all of the stuff that, say, the administrators need to do. We're going to make a task for every administrative task. So anyone can look and see this is what admins do. And as we grow larger in the About page, we're actually going to link to an administrative council group. So because eventually each council is going to have dozens of projects, maybe even hundreds. So people will be able to basically go to the ASC group, and then they will be able to say, oh, so these are all the subparts of the ASC. And they'll be able to click on this, and this will take them actually to their own Sovereign Abundance Alliance group. And then all of the Sovereign Abundance Alliance projects will be listed in that group, if that makes sense. Same thing with like, oh, they're interested in the Ambassadors Council. To click on it, it'll take them over to the Ambassador Council group with all of the Ambassador Council projects and all of the tasks that need to be done for all of those projects. For now, though, until we have that much information, we're just keeping it all as projects within this group. Yeah, and again, this is just really important because it'll allow anyone to take like a quick snapshot of everything that's going on and how they can tap into it, as well as what our allies are doing. For those that have their own individual subgroups, what I did here was I made 11 placeholders. So like say Natural, if you want to add in Love, Peace, Unity, you can do it in one of these spaces. Same thing for you, Aeon, or anyone else who wants to make an interconnected collective. You're basically going to put them into one of the projects here, and in the project you're going to link to your group and you're going to put up all your stuff. We kind of want to focus on, like, so I really fleshed this one out. This is the only one I've actually fleshed out. So we talk first about how this is an interconnected collective. Then we talk about what we specialize in as this particular interconnected collective. And then we talk about what, like, why you would want to join this one. So it's like, oh, if you do join, well, we offer you shares. But we specifically are looking for these things. And if you're not good at these things, you probably don't want to join this particular group. And all of the different sub-collectives and interconnected collectives within this setup was going to use this format. So basically anyone can go to this page. They can, from like a one snapshot, see all of the different groups within the ASC. They can see why they'd want to join. They can see like the intention of each group, and then they can see all of the projects and all of the tasks. It's pretty epic. I also started a wiki. So the wiki is going to be for information that isn't time sensitive. It's like our governance system. It's our module system. It's like all of the little documents that make up like our constitution, and all of our operating procedures. Any kind of information that isn't time sensitive will be put into our wiki, which, by the way, I need a bunch of help with if anyone wants to help with that. As far as Slack goes, I think they're going to upgrade us, and I also think that they're going to upgrade us like for bigger than a 250-person team for free. And if they don't, what we're going to do is make multiple Slack groups for each council, because we can basically have upgraded Slack groups of up to 250 people. And that's what's going on in our communication zone. Any questions about that?
Login info.
What?
I said login info for the.
I need you guys to PM me your emails for administrative access. Cool. So next point. I think the stuff for the business plan and the investor deck is going really well. We're intending to finish that in the next day or two. It also seems like our media wants to keep expanding. We have Steve in here, who's a bit of a media master, and Leela also is really excited about expanding our media. And Meta Music Man is bringing in a couple of music professionals to really start expanding on our media presence. And personally, I'm feeling like it is time for us to start revving up our advertising campaign again. And I'm going to be focusing on that and pushing that forward a little more. I think that's most of what's going on. Does anyone like to add anything? Oh, we're good? All makes sense?
Love it.
Cool. Yeah, so lots of stuff to do, you guys. If you need any direction or you want to help, please let me know. I would really like to see us getting more activated and each of us putting in a little bit of time and energy on a really regular basis. And yeah, it's a lot to do right now for our next stage of expansion. Yeah, thanks for showing up, everyone. If there's no more questions, I think that's it. I'm going to get to it.
Thank you. Thank you. Satnam love.
Satnam, my brothers and my sisters. Thanks for showing up yet again. See you
Thank
again
you.
tomorrow.
Love you guys.
And I'll be talking with you later today.
Yes, I. See you later, Isaac.
Cool. Have a good one.
Very good. Ciao.